Greetings, my disciples, and welcome to Find Your Path. We take characters and find out how they work in Pathfinder and Starfinder 2e. Today, we take a look at a character who wants to do good but can only seem to do so in their dreams. Today, we're looking at none other than Kamen Rider Zeztz.
Good morning, Lighter!
Bakuyoruzu is a young man who loves to try and do good, and as such, he tries to live out that dream in his dreams. This is where he gets to play as a super spy. However, in real life, whenever he tries to do good, terrible luck seems to always follow him. One day, while trying to save a kid from being abducted, he ends up being hit by an unmanned vehicle. In the hospital, he has a dream where he becomes a Kamen Rider and saves the day. However, when he wakes up, he finds out that his transformation belt is still on him. As such, he realizes that he has to take up the Kamen Rider mantle not only in real life, but also in his dreams as well. To begin building Zeztz, let's go over his ABCs. His ancestry is that of a human, but his heritage is that of Duskwalker. As someone who has died and returned, but as something not undead, he is very close to Psychopomps, the guardians between life and the other side. He's also able to go into people's dreams and gain insight as to what they are like. As such, he gets the Dream Prophet background. Finally, his class. He's going to be the Starlit Span Magus, because not only can he use his own physical abilities to transfer his spells, but he can also use close range and far range weapons to deliver those spells as well. Now, let's get on to the necessary feats. For starters, we're going to make sure he gets Ghost Hunter. This will allow him to use any attacks to attack incorporeal creatures, as if he had the Ghost Touch rune. Next up, we're going to need the Monk Dedication. And we're going to be using the Monk Dedication to not only get us better attacks for using our fists for our weapons, but also to unlock basic kata, which will allow us to use Dragon Stance. This is going to be very instrumental for us using our Rider Kick. And we're also going to be getting the Monk's Flurry of Blows, which every 1d4 rounds we'll be able to use to deliver multiple attacks at once. Next up, we're going to be taking Reactive Strike. If our enemy happens to fumble around us and do something that they're not supposed to, we can get an attack of opportunity against them. Next, we're going to need Magic Warrior Dedication. This allows us to gain a mask based off of an animal, and it will aid us in disguising ourselves, kind of like a vigilante. And finally is Multilingual, because not only are we going to be learning Japanese, but in our dream self, we know English. As a Magus, you're going to be having to use spells in order to get extra power in your attacks. And here are a few that seem to go very well with what he can do. Gouging Claw is going to be great for imitating the Impact Capsum. Then we also have Rain Frost. This allows us to do a little bit of what the Stream Capsum can do. Then we got Shield. This will allow us to imitate the Barrier Capsum. Fly will let us do the Wing Capsum. Then there's Mirror Image. This will allow us to imitate the Projection Capsum. There's Hydraulic Press, which will allow us to imitate even more of what the Stream Capsum can do. And finally, Variable Gravity. This will allow us to imitate the Gravity Capsum. Now, those spells are just part of our repertoire. Without a way to deliver those spells, it's kind of meaningless. So, let's go ahead into our weapons. We're going to be starting off by making sure that we get ourselves a Dagger Pistol. This is a combination weapon which allows us to use one action to switch it back and forth between Dagger and Pistol. And as a Starlit Span Magus, we can channel our Spell Strike into either form without any problems. Of course, if we also want to use our own physical abilities to do that, we can also do that. As a matter of fact, since we have the Dragon Stance from Monk, we can use Dragon Kick, and we can use that to deliver our Spell Strike. And that lets us imitate the Rider Kick. Then finally, we have ourselves the Pantograph Gauntlet. This is the closest thing I could find that mimics the Machinery Capsum. Of course, a Kamen Rider is nothing without a form of armor to protect themselves. As such, we're going to be getting the Carbon Skin, which is a form-fitting gray suit that covers us from head to toe. And if you want, we can even have it have accents based on what spells we're using with our capsums. And that's how you make Kamen Rider Zeztz. If you like this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up or a heart on the video. And leaving a comment helps out too. If you want to see more videos when they come out, consider subscribing or following me or even ringing the bell. Now, next week we're going to be doing Sunraku from Shangri-La Frontier. I'll see you next time. Bye!